Hi, it's Alexis. Welcome back to this new video. In this video, I'm going to explain you, or I help you if you think that your ex will never get back with you. And you might be freaking out right now because you think this. One of the reasons you might think this, or if I reframe the question, maybe you're thinking, I'm freaking out that she or he would never get back with me because I would never be able to be happy. He or she was the person who would make me happy, who would fulfill me, all these kind of things. And therefore, if you lose that person, then the whole world falls apart. And therefore, you're like freaking out and like, ooh, what if she or he never comes back to me? And that tension, that distress it's totally normal. Now we need to sort of diagnose where it could come from and how to work from that to a better and happier place, regardless whether you're going to get back with your ex or not. I'll tell you why. So the first thing is the fear of abandonment. I'm struggling to say that word, but the fear of abandonment is something that might come from a trauma from your childhood. Maybe when you were a kid, your parents got divorced or had a violent argument, or one of your grandparents died, and it really affected you really deep. And now anytime someone rejects you or tell you no, it's really hard on you. So try to ask around you, your siblings, your parents, if when you were a child there was a trauma, something that traumatized you, that could explain this fear of abandonment. And that's typical. A lot of people have that. That's totally normal. And one way to fix it is to realize that this fear is coming from a trauma from your childhood. The second thing I'd like you to keep in mind or to realize is whether it's a case that is repeating every time you have a relationship, every time, not necessarily a love relationship, but let's say a friendship relationship, when you always feel that your friends don't respect you or reject you. Is it something you see as a common pattern, or is it something that is really just new to this relationship? That will help you understand the magnitude of your feelings, of course, but whether the way you feel now is mainly due by you or your relationship. But what I want you to really remember and take away from this video is that this fear, which is normal, you can fight. And I think the third point I want to make is think about your self-esteem. If you are that scared that you will never be able to get back with your ex, maybe it's because you don't have the confidence, the self-awareness that you can be happy without that person. And as I say, you shouldn't expect of a relationship to make you happy. A relationship, a couple, is a happy person with a happy person making a happy couple. And it's true that in some cases, people tend to look up for their partner and therefore feel that they're empty without their partner. So there's something around confidence and self-esteem. You have to love you. And I know it's very hard after a breakup. You feel depressed, you're very down. But first thing is you have to love you, love who you are, work with your passion. And from that point, first, magic things will happen. If you're positive people will be around you. Opportunities will open. Second, if you get in touch with your ex, he or she will see someone positive, and you are attracted by positive people. And third, regardless if you get back with your ex or not, you will be a happier person, a more fulfilled person, because you are happy just being on your own, because you know who you are, and you have the confidence, and you have the fire within you to live life at its fullest potential. You have to love life, basically. Love life is the best way, the best tactic to get back with your ex, right? And it will help you really drive down that fear of abandonment, drive down that fear of him or her not coming back, and also put your mind somewhere else, focusing on yourself. And that's the fourth point I want to make. If you are in that state, I would advise you to work on yourself, grow yourself, develop, understand the why. I'm going to give you a very, very simple tip. You might be thinking on your own, like, okay, she dumped me or he dumped me, and I'm so scared I would never be able to get back with someone anymore. All these negative messages that we all my clients have them, most of them, and it's normal you have them. But then what you could do is to say why 7 times. So I'm 35, I just got dumped, I have 2 kids, I'm never gonna find love anymore. Why? Well, I have 2 kids, I'm 35. The girls who are 35 or 40 either have kids or they're younger and they don't want to get with someone with kids. Why? Well, because, and you drill down like this, and by asking why, and it's seven times is a lot, but it's really what will help you to drill to the root cause, and realizing that actually all my fears, all my assumptions can actually be challenged, are not always true, and they are based on my beliefs, which could be changed, which could be different. And so my advice is also to use that technique with friends, families, or you can have a therapist, a coach, or whoever to ask you those why questions 7 times, challenge you on those questions, because with an exchange with someone, you'll get deeper and deeper, and also you won't be able to lie to yourself in a way, right? So what I want you to remember is, okay, you might be freaking out that she or he might not coming back, and that might be the case. Remember, most of our clients, a high majority of, get back with their ex. There's a small proportion who don't, but that's not the end of the world, where they look back a few years after and they realize that by working on their confidence, working on whether they have the fear of abandonment, I'm struggling with that word, but that's fine, abandonment, whether it's something they have managed to stop repeating, whether they worked on themselves of being happier, whether they worked on their confidence, then there are another stage in their life. They might see things differently. Let's say, taking my example, for example, they're 35, 2 kids, getting dumped, still married, but still, like, let's say I just divorced and so on. Maybe in a few years, I'll be happy because I'm in a new relationship and I have still my kids who love me, but I've managed to build something different. And I would not regret the love I had for my previous wife and still be able to fulfill and love the way I have. So basically, it's just like trying to also step back on this. And I understand you might be freaking out. That's totally normal. That's totally normal. We are human beings who have feelings. We're not always rational. It's okay to listen to your heart, but you shouldn't always listen to your heart. Listen to your heart, but also think rationally, exchange with people, try to understand the root cause of things, and that will help you move from a very sad and down place to a happier, more positive place. And as I said, regardless whether you get back with your ex or not, first, you increase your chance to get back with your ex, and second, you'll be in a happier place. Well, I hope that was helpful. There are few links at the bottom of the video in the description for you to get some help, whether you want to know your chance of getting back with your ex or getting in touch with myself or someone in my team. I hope to see you next time. Bye.